Hello, happy Tuesday. What's up? This is Actors Daily Bread, episode 108. Today I'm going to teach you what to do and what not to do when you stop booking. And it happens to us all. Okay? It happens to us all. So this is Actors Daily Bread. I'm Christine Horn, professional working actress of 20 plus years and life and career coach for actors. And you're watching Actors Daily Bread, where I teach you how to crush your auditions, book more work, and live a life that you love. So I hear this all the time. Christine, I'm not booking. I was booking, now I stopped. I don't know what's going on. And so I just want to offer two suggestions to you, what to do and what not to do when this happens. And it does happen to all of us. It has happened to yours truly. And so I just want to share that with you. I'm going to, hold on one second. I'm going to my website because I want to show you something. Okay. So it happens, right? You've been booking nonstop. Let me just show you. There's a share. Where is it? Where is it? There was a share screen thing here, and I don't know where it is. Dang. I was going to share my screen with you guys. I'll figure it out another time, not today. But here's the advice I want to give to you. And you know what? I'm so grateful for all my loyal watchers and to all my replay watchers who will watch this later. What's up, replay watchers? Whew. So here's my tip for you today, and I'm gonna make it quick because I've been talking for a long time. When you go through a season, we go through seasons as actors, and I've tried to tell you this for a while. You know, their age range, you go from being a kid to a teenager to that early 20s age. For me personally, that early 20s rocks, because you're too old to play young and you're too young to play older. You're too young to be the mom, but you're too old to be the college student anymore. So that is a wonky age, and a lot of things are not even written for actors in that middle age range. So sometimes that's just a funky area, and that's the time to do something else. But let's just say you have been booking a while and now you're not. A common mistake a lot of actors make, and I hear it all the time, so this is the what not to do part, is to ask yourself this question that I hate, but this is what some of you ask, and I've been guilty of it too. What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Give me some hearts and some likes. Let me know you're watching. What am I doing wrong? I was booking, and now I'm not booking anymore. You like my pillow? This is my satin pillowcase for the naturalistas. What am I doing wrong? And the reason why I don't want you to ask that question is because if you were booking, you have not changed. Like, nothing's wrong with you, the person. I think so many times y'all laughing at me. I think so many times we attach our bookings and this career to our self-worth. And so when you say what's wrong with me, it hits you at a deeper cellular soul level. And I don't want that to be how you think about your acting career. I think a better thing to do, and this is my suggestion to you, my answer to you. So instead of saying, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? I used to kill it. There's one word I want you to think about, and that is reassess. When you get to a point where you stop booking, it's time to reassess. And I was trying to share my screen, but at this point I can't. So I'm just going to tell you. For a while, for a couple of years, I worked non-stop in this big curly hair. Like, you may even see some of my old pictures where I had the big curly hair. If you look on my demo reel, I had they were crochet braids because it wasn't my hair, but they didn't know, right? And so I worked for years, and then one day I just stopped booking. I was still showing up as Christine. I was still prepared. I still knew how to create a character. I still was fierce on camera, but something shifted. And see, what happens is the industry shifts often. You know how if you pay attention to commercials, like it'll be an influx of chocolate girls with big curly hair, and then it'll be short curly hair, and then it'll be Latinas, and then it'll be, ambiguous, and then it just goes through phases, ebbs and flows. And TV is the same way. I love television, and I love being an actor in television because we're seeing a lot more diversity in television, more so than movies. And there's not even that many movies that we have an opportunity to read for. So I love television because I was watching a show with Good Doctor. If anybody watching Good Doctor, there's so many brown people on that show. And then there's just all these shows with all these nationalities. Superstore is another great one. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's all these shows that really show a true reflection of America. And I have to understand that changes. So what's popular on TV this year may not be popular next year. So I had to reassess, and that is the word I want to give you today. Reassess and look at your body of work. Look back to the last few things that you did book. What was my hair like? What was my weight like? What was I doing different with my makeup? How was I dressing? How was I showing up? Start asking the how questions. What was I doing before that has changed now? So for me, if you go to my website, ChristineHorn.com, or if you've seen me in some of my other video footage, you'll see I worked all the time with this big curly hair. And then when it stopped, I had to reassess. And I actually called my manager and we talked, and my management was like, we think you should try short hair. And I was like, I don't want short hair. I like curly hair. I like my crochet braids. And they were like, just trust us. They were like, we have women who have less credits than you going out for more things. And I don't know why, but can you just try it? And I fought them tooth and nail. And I actually tried a different hairstyle, and that didn't work. Hey, Tanika, thank you for watching. Hey, Marili, thank you for watching. And finally, I bit the bullet because I still wasn't booking. So y'all see me here booking left and right now, but I have had ebbs and flows, and I've had moments where it's been dead for months until I made a shift. So I never said, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me, God? Am I meant to do this? What's the whole point? We didn't do that. I had to reassess. Remember, this is a business. This industry is a business. What is my chess move doing today? Oh, y'all don't like okay, we're going to switch this. Oh, we're going to do that. So I took the crochet braids out, and this really, I could have a whole big, a whole session on hair, period. But once I switched that and took my ego out of it, I just did what my manager said. I tried it, and then it worked for this stage. So you may be in a stage right now where a certain look no longer serves you. And I'm not saying you can't be who you are. And I had this conversation with one of my private clients today. I was trying to tell him, I'm not trying to tell you that you're not beautiful, you're not handsome the way you are. However, I'm telling you how the industry is going to see you. There's a lot of people who do not come from your background. They don't know that your hair can do all these different things. And so when you show up this way, that's what I see. Some of my Latina clients, I'd be like, okay, when your hair is curly, it looks like this. You're giving off this vibe. When it's bone straight, blown out, that fresh Dominican blowout, that looks like something else. And the more we understand, even for my Caucasian sisters, if you have that red hair, it may give you that fun vibe, the secretary, the assistant. But if you want va-va-voom, you have to switch it up. Short hair versus long hair is a whole big thing in this industry. For my men, one of my homeboys, I call him my twin, Cornelius, him with a goatee, him without a goatee, he saw a huge difference when he had a goatee versus when he had nothing, only a mustache or clean shaved. So it works with the men too. So the big word here is reassess. If you have been in a lull and you're just not booking, or your picture is just not getting submitted, because this is different from you not even getting called in for any auditions. If you're getting called in and then you show up and something's happening there, maybe we need to look at some of your technique, right? And see how you're showing up. But reassess. The biggest thing I can say is don't think something is wrong with you, the person. Be open to know that you are whole, complete, you are just perfect just the way you are. This industry is flaky. This industry is up and down. This industry changes. Because a couple years ago, my big hair was fine. And then it stopped working for me. And then I switched to this short hair that you guys see most days, and booking left and right. Y'all can think I'm Viola Davis's sister, cousin, long lost sister, like whatever. It's working for me. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride this out. Marili says, my manager tells me all the time to straighten my hair. Do you listen to your manager, Marili? Let me know in the comments. Understand that you can do whatever you want on your free time, which is why I love wigs. And I know everybody doesn't wear wigs, and for my guys, it's different. But you can do whatever you want on your free time. But if you have committed to this, you have to find that thin line. You know, for my guys, if you're going to grow your beard in the winter when it's slow, do that. But if the beard's not working for you in pilot season, don't have it in pilot season. So reassess your pictures, reassess how you're showing up, you know, reassess, you know, I went in for that revolutionary role, but I was dressed kind of like a, what do you call it? Like a preppy guy. Like, are you doing your research? You know, The Walking Dead, all these shows with, you know, apocalypse, all that stuff has a certain look and vibe. Medical shows have a certain look. Law and Order type shows have a certain look. Those procedural dramas have a certain look. So make sure you're showing up correctly. So I challenge you to look back at your self-tapes. I challenge you to get feedback from your representation if you have some. If you don't have rep, you know, when was the last time you did book? When was the last time you were called in? What was going on then? And then just kind of dissect it from there. And please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm just here. I've just finished coaching somebody, so I'm in this extra teacher mode with my scarf. I didn't feel like doing my hair for y'all today. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. If you have any questions, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, while I wait for questions, hey, Sapphire, thank you for joining. Rosa McCoy in the building. Today I'm talking about what to do and what not to do. The main thing you're not supposed to do is ask what's wrong with you. What's wrong with me? Why am I not booking? We just need to tweak some things, reassess. I wanted to share a story with you. I think I've already said my point. So if you're late, Sapphire says, I definitely need to watch more of your videos. You should. This is episode 108, which means there are 107 episodes you can catch up on. Listen, if you're not part of the Hollywood Bound Actors Facebook group, you should totally join. If you want to connect with me on Messenger, where I share exclusive stuff, click the link above or below. There's a link for me on Messenger. And if you have a desire to book more TV, if you're tired of putting this off to the back burner, if you want to know my secrets, I've worked a lot this year, and I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you that I know what the hell I'm talking about. And if you want to learn my exact secrets, my clients know as you can see, I'm very raw, and I'm just talk. I'm teaching a class this Saturday here on Facebook. It's $20.18. If you want to prep your 2018, click the link above, bookmoretv.com, and join me. I will be selling this class at a much higher rate after I do it this Saturday. So for those of you who enjoy watching me, who enjoy my tips, and I get it, if you're at the free stage, that's totally fine. You have 107 episodes you can catch up on, plus join my group. But if you actually want to ask me direct questions and get my actual steps and actual secrets, I'm teaching a class this Saturday. You sign up, click the link above or below, bookmoretv.com. And even if you can't make it live, you can ask your questions ahead of time, and I will answer them, and you can have the recording. So if no one's asking me any questions, I am here, though, for real. My main thing is what to do when you stop booking. Anybody have any questions for me? You know, I'll just keep talking for a few more minutes unless someone asks me a question. For the live version, you know, sometimes it's hard when you stop booking. It really works on your ego. One of my friends, she deals with this a lot, and she'll call her manager and be like, I don't know what's going on. Why is it, you know, all my other friends are booking. Why am I not booking? What's wrong with me? And it's really important, and I know it sounds cheesy to just say reassess, but it's so true, because sometimes it's not what you're doing. And if you really feel like it's come down to you don't know how to act anymore, then get in class, then get a coach. I know I can speak honestly, when my opportunities started getting bigger, my old agent used to say, get a coach. She would put it in the email. She'd be like, congratulations, you have this audition. Make sure you get coaching. The bigger the stakes, the higher, the more impact it has on your career. And you need to invest money to get someone to help you. And if you don't have that, get a partner, get a friend, another fellow actor who you don't feel like you're in competition with, and help each other out, barter, do something with each other. Because sometimes when you're on the other side of the lens, even you may not be the best actor in the world, but you may be able to see what someone else is doing. You're like, that don't feel right. Could you try it again? Do that. The excuses that you don't have someone to help you got to go out the window. Because let me tell you, there are people who are putting their coins together to coach with somebody, and then they're blowing you out the water. And a lot of times, especially I know I have a lot of you actors who are watching who are not in New York and LA. And that's totally fine. And I understand that because I lived in Atlanta for quite some time, and I'm from New York, and I work in all the markets. And I will say for Atlanta, and I was guilty of it too, where I would just think I was competing with people in Atlanta. And that's not the truth. You're competing with the Southeast and LA. A lot of times, especially since I'm on both sides of the coin, I may audition sometimes for two things, for the same thing in two markets. And what they're trying to figure out is, can we find someone as good or good enough locally to save that money? So we don't have to put this actor in a hotel, give him per diem, flying first class, all that stuff. If I can find somebody good enough, we're going to go that route. But you are still competing with LA, New York actors. And you have to know that. I have a question from Sapphire. Sapphire says, I love that name, by the way, Sapphire. Sapphire says, have you considered having a talent agency or assisting with bookings? Interesting question. Years ago, God, my friend would laugh at this. Years ago, I thought about it. And honestly, I used to have a record label called Chocolate Genie Records. I have 2 albums out, for those of you who don't know me. They are on iTunes. Yes, I do sing. And I had a record label called Chocolate Genie Records. And for a second, I thought about having a talent agency called Chocolate Genie Talent, where I specialized in actors of color, but I never did it. I enjoy being in front of the camera too much, and I think it would be a selfish move to not really have. Maybe one day if I get, I don't know. It just never was a passion. I enjoy giving back, clearly. But I think when you're in the business of being an agent and submitting people, you don't have a chance to do this. Agents don't have that time. It's kind of a turn and burn. We got to get you out. There's no nurturing there. You can build relationships, and I have great relationships with my agents and my managers, but no one's nurturing me and guiding me and telling me these steps. The things that I teach you, your agent is not going to teach you. Your manager is not going to teach you. Trust me. And people ask that when I was coaching my client, shout out to Ernest, who I coached about 30 minutes ago. He said, Christine, thank you for taking the time to do this. I realized a long time ago that there were a lot of people not catering to the brand new actor, number one, who didn't know what to do at all. And then there were not people catering to the actor who's experienced, who knows what they're supposed to be doing, but they're not getting to that next step, and they don't know why. And since I've been on both of those planes, you have Actors Daily Bread. Thank you, Sapphire. Tanika says, do you ever self-submit yourself? Absolutely. I self-submit and I market. Some of y'all may have seen, some of y'all may have seen my Instagram post if you follow me on Instagram. The marketing doesn't stop. Sometimes actors think, oh, I have an agent now. I have a manager now. The work is done. Why aren't you calling me for a gig? It doesn't work that way. Your job is to help your rep help you better. So like just yesterday, I posted on IG. I was at FedEx. I designed this myself, and promoting, for those of you who don't know, I was on 2 shows on NBC. So this is what I call a love note. Everybody has different words for it. I teach my students in my Get Book Mastermind group all about this. So before you ask me, the Get Book Mastermind is where you will learn all of this. But this is stuff that I send out. I'll send little notes. There's another one I made for a movie I was in called Rogers Park. It just premiered in Chicago. I do this for myself. And so, you know, you have actors here who are just like, I got an agent, cool. Why ain't they calling me? I take the time to design these, print these, spend my money on this. I take the time to research who I want to work with. I think, what show do I want to be on next? What network? Because I was like, I haven't been on CBS in a while. I need to work that out. I start reaching out to the casting directors, producers, writers of shows I want to be on, shows that I can see myself on, because that's what I love about TV. There's a new script every week. There are more opportunities in TV than film. There's new scripts every week for all these shows, and they need you and they need me. And so I do that research. It's tedious. This is the stuff I teach. I teach, and then I don't follow any set rules. Well, this casting director doesn't like postcards, and this casting director told me don't email them unless I have something going on. And this one, as long as you are making, and my students will know this, as long as you are making a genuine connection with another human, you can't go wrong. Unlike some of the emails I get sometimes in my Facebook inbox or my personal inbox, hey, I know you don't know me, but can you hook me up with X, Y, and Z? I'll be like, delete, block. I don't know you. Why would you approach me that way? So you shouldn't do that to people either. You shouldn't do it to casting directors, producers, directors, writers. If you approach people how you would want to be approached, you can't go wrong. No one is going to take offense by you presenting and showing yourself to the world. I was in this movie, Rogers Park. I did awesome work. I would love for you to see it. It's about X, Y, and Z. I would love to connect. There's nothing wrong with that. And this industry tries to trick you to make you think you're always begging and trying to get something from people, and you can't just share who you are. You can't share your gifts. We all work together. Casting directors need actors. Actors need casting directors. Casting directors wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for a production, right? Productions need producers. Like, we all need each other. And the more you remember that, the more that will help you in your auditions. You will stop being so nervous, so anxious, understanding we are all on the same team to make an awesome production. For anybody who has any theater background, you know, y'all get together, y'all rehearse, and you all want this show to be great. If there's one bad apple, or if there's one weak link, it shows. You ever seen a show and be like, the show was good, but that one guy, ooh, right? No one wants to be that. We're all in this together in this cohesive thing. So I just want you to know the work doesn't stop. I have to mail these out, by the way. So yeah, let me see. Are there any other questions? Sapphire says, wow, this is amazing. God bless you. Oh, God bless you. I feel like this is an answer to my prayers. I can't wait to tell my actor friends about you. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Sapphire. Are you part of the Hollywood Bound Actors Group? Forgive me if you are, and I just don't know. We're up to past 300 members. Woo woo. And we're due for a private training in there. So if you're not, you should join us. Tanika says, I get them all the time too. Rosa says, is it possible that a CD, and when she says CD, for those of you who are new, she means casting director. She says, is it possible that a casting director may see your potential if you continually get auditions from them, but they still haven't booked you? Absolutely. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. Let me tell you something. When I'm teaching my my clients, I always tell them, you want to build your fans, right? So you have your target market, which are like casting directors, writers, producers who don't know you yet. You're not on their radar. But then you have your fans. And I'm not talking about these friends on Facebook or Instagram. I'm talking about fans, people who keep calling you in. Rosa, if I was a casting director and you sucked rocks, like you couldn't read your way out of a paper bag, I'm not calling you again, ever. I'm gonna make a special note on Rosa's picture, be like, do not call ever. It's horrible. That's what I'm gonna do. But when only one person can get a job at a time. I can't tell you how many times I have auditioned against my friends. I built such a warm, beautiful community of actresses in Atlanta, especially, because we would all be up for the same thing all the time. And we understood that only one person can get this job. There's only one version, right? They're casting for Sarah. Sarah's going to get it. This one girl's going to get it. And you are not privy to the discussions that happen in the producer's room, Rosa, and anyone else who's watching. So it could be, honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've been told personally, Christine, it was down to you and so-and-so. Like I got pinned for something. I know many of you have gotten pinned for jobs. You're like, I'm tired of getting pinned. You got pinned, which means you got down to the final selection. And a lot of times it comes down to so many things. It comes down to your height, how you match up with the other person, and how much you gonna cost. Are you more expensive or cheaper? Did they have a recast? Did they write the role out all of a sudden, which has happened? Who has a bigger social media presence? But if you are not someone they are interested in, they will not keep calling you back, because that's the casting director's reputation on the line. It's to the point now there's certain casting directors who will automatically call me in for a producer session without even pre-reading or taping first, because they trust me. So Rosa, when you get called in repeatedly by the same person, no, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Each time you keep planting seeds, you keep showing up as your brand of Rosa. For all of you watching, you keep showing up consistently. When I show up, they know what to expect when Christine Horn shows up. That's why they call me. I can't say this. This is a show, I'm not going to say it, that's being cast now on the CW. And God bless that casting office, because I have read for at least 8 roles this season on the show, and I still have not booked it. But I booked 2 other projects with this casting office. So that means they see you and they're trying, they are rooting for you. Guys, I can't tell you any more that casting is on your side. They want you to win. You win, they win. But now if you show up and you suck repeatedly and you're never prepared, they're not going to call you. Period. So Rosa says, yes, with 2 A's, 3 A's. I received that. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you receive it. And everyone watching, whether you're watching this live or the replay, receive it as well. Being called back repeatedly is a wonderful thing. Don't take that thank you to mean that you sucked. You might have. I mean, you could have sucked. But if you get called back, people say, I don't get any feedback. Honey, your feedback is they called you back again. That's your feedback. They like you. But only one person can get the job. And this is why I also coach my mastermind clients about reaching out to other people besides casting directors, making sure you're building relationships with producers, writers, directors, because those are the decision makers. Casting is going to root for you. They're going to be your cheerleader. Like, no, Rosa's really good. Christine's really good. Sapphire's great. Heaven's really awesome. Pick her. Stephanie's really great. But then the producer may say, yeah, but there's this girl. We like her. We've seen her in a few things. We want her. Call her. Because they built a relationship with the producer. So a lot of times you guys are leaving producers on the sidelines. You're not reaching out to writers, directors, production assistants, publicists. Like you're thinking the only person that has the key to the golden ticket, right, is the casting director, and that's unfortunately not true. So, anywho, you guys, I could talk about this forever, but I'm not, because I do have a husband and a dog that's outside the door, like. Prince, hold on, let me get my dog. You guys can see him. Honey, come here. I'm gonna let Prince say goodbye, and then I'm gonna go. Oh, that's my big honey. Honey, he doesn't like the camera. Prince, why are you being shy? Shade. How you gonna be a shy show dog? Come on, one more time. Come in. Why are you being shy? That's Prince. Prince, ugh. Say hi. Why are you barking? Anyway, you guys, let me get to this dog. He's so sweet. I love him so much. God, this dog has changed my life. It's changed my life. All right, bye. Have a good night. I love you guys. Remember, if you want more tips and you want to book more TV and you want to stop guessing, invest $20.18. Click the link above. Bookmoretv.com is happening this Saturday. Even if you can't make it live, you will get lifetime access to the recording. If I give away this much in a little free 20-minute session, can you imagine what I'm teaching you this weekend? So shout out to everybody who's already registered. And yeah, have a good night. Love you guys. See you soon.